Okay, and we're back at it with a 60 or 90-day proposal for things to get nuts about UFOs. So we're reviewing an article at a End Times Headlines, and I'm just going to get right into it because we've just been talking about this. There's a lot of stuff that's coming out right now, and I'm going to make a lot of videos on stuff. So let's just read. As of today, UFO whistleblower says UFO disclosure will dramatically escalate within 60 to 90 days. So if May 6th, let's just say start of May. May, June, July, August, September, October. Okay, 60 to 90 days. Um, so, well, that's not six. Sorry, that's 3 months. I'm thinking six. June, July, August. Okay, so August, beginning of September, we're supposed to have a lot of stuff. So it says here, David Grush. We've gone over this before about what he's talked about. There he is about coming UFO disclosure. Here it is. Former intelligence David Grush speaking at Space Symposium delivered pointed remarks on unidentified anomalous phenomena that could reshape the public understanding of humanity's place in the cosmos. According to the report from the Vetted YouTube channel featuring clips from an interview with an investigative journalist, Jeremy Corbell, which we've heard a lot about because he's been involved in this stuff about people releasing information to him about UFOs. He's talked about it a lot. And then had to like have people anonymous or on the record, but not disclosing their identity. So you need to know those names. David Grush, was it Luis Elizondo or something like that? Jeremy Corbell, old boy, older guy who talks about it. I can't think of his name. You would know him if you see him. Bald dude, is older than the rest, glasses. I can't think of his name. Grush, a veteran of National Reconnaissance Office and National Geospatial Intelligence Agency with extensive experience in space intelligence programs, addressed the audience at a premier global space conference, which this year's hosted its first ever UAP panel. He described entering a new era where advanced threats and anomalous activity demand urgent attention from intelligence communities. In the interview, Grush expressed optimism. Okay, well, that doesn't mean anything. About forthcoming revelations, I think the US government does have a lot of information that I think will inspire Gen Alpha and Gen Z and the American populace at large, he stated, adding the disclosure would mark a new era despite some uncomfortable truths. He emphasized the universe teeming with life and highlighted President Trump's public commitment to transparency on UFO related materials. Grush suggested that the full release of what the government knows, including recovered materials, could cement the president's historical legacy. Interesting. I think if he does reveal everything that I was in contact with his going to go down in history as great figure historically, regardless of political persuasion. Okay, didn't make any sense. The comments align with Trump's recent statements about declassifying. Right, we talked about this back in April. It was supposed to be like April 14th, 15th when it was supposed to be like submitted or things are supposed to be revealed. So this could just be another carrot that just gets dangled and the goalpost keeps moving. Declassifying intriguing UFO related information gathered from pilot interviews and other sources. Bruce drew on the background overseeing counterintelligence for programs like X-37B, orbital vehicles, trans-medium threats, stressing the need for persistent sensing, rapid attribution, and resilient networks to address non-standard maneuvering objects across airspace and undersea domains. Undersea domains, right? Where is hell located? Underground. It is in the core of the earth. That is where it's at. 1000%. There's no other place where it is at. And even when you hear people NDEs, or people who said they've died, right, or just near death experiences, they say they get pulled. They get pulled down, like they are forced, like against their will, to go down. And they talk about a burning. The Bible talks about this. Abraham's bosom. The Jewish belief talks about this. That demons came from up under the sea, and they walked. That's what Peter is saying when he thinks he sees. Are you a ghost? He's talking to Jesus, because what is under it is hell. It is there's a great chasm, a great gulf. There was Abraham's bosom, and then there was hell, right? And Abraham's bosom was paradise for now until they would be released and they would go and have a way made for them to go in heaven after Jesus dies and the graves are opened. Um, he noted legacy programs and information stovepipes that have limited broader sharing, even with offices like the Pentagon's All Domain Anomaly Resolution Office. The remarks come as interest builds around potential disclosures, including references to the sleeping dogs and ongoing public fascination with the topic. So, we always going to these blinds. So, is this really like? Could it be? Could it not be? I don't know. I did see, is there, where is it? There's like the Hanavirus stuff that I'm going to talk about. Bigfoot sightings on the rise in Ohio, strange noises, Sasquatch sized tracks. You see stuff like this. So you see, when I see stuff like this, I know that something's going on. These are either just things as deflection points to deter you from what's really happening, or they are a convergence of end times things that I believe are happening that are releasing even more information. And mind you, we've had this conversation about 4 years now about this, and UFOs have been like the disclosure of them, the stuff that's been happening that we've seen out in the wild, backyards, the mall incidents, abductions, stuff like that have happened over the years, right? And just recent stuff where we see stuff in the sky. Like, what is this? Recovered materials, all this stuff. It has precedence, and then people are asking, and then you have the president asking, and then the government are talking about things like this in front of panels, and then they're talking about like remote viewing and finding Gilgamesh's tomb. They're talking like these ancient entities. What are you talking about, bro? These are folklore, right? No, they really believe in this stuff. Why? Because it's real. Doesn't mean that these things are masquerading as who they are. They are demons, if not fallen angels, who are masquerading themselves as angels of light, as workers that are not of iniquity, workers who are here to help you. When they really are Satan's, they are workers of iniquity. They work for the Satan, the adversary. They are against you. They are not for you. They are against God. So on and so forth. We've said this so many times. The satanic, Masonic, all this stuff. Masonic, right? Like Masonic lodges, Freemasonry type stuff. So we'll see. So, anyways, guys, let me know if you find any more information on this. I will drop some more information when I have it. I think it's important, and maybe over the next 90 days, we'll see a rapture happen where we all get to go home, or more people will come to know Christ because we're going to see some aliens, and people are going to freak out, or we're going to see alien worship. Right? They're going to see it. We're going to see it, and they're going to show themselves. Reptilians. I saw something about Perry Stone. I'll go over that, saying that pastors were warned in another video. Pastors were warned about UFOs and about reptilian-like creatures. I saw that today, and I think Mike Winger just put out a video 25 minutes ago when I saw this, had a title that said that as well. So we'll see. Anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next one.